Today is September 18th, 5:35 p.m. We're being recorded. This is the Finance Committee meeting. Present is John Labrie, Sharon Silikowski. You got that right? Mm-hmm. I always kind of mess that up. And Jessica Soares. And we have a couple visitors as well. That's all I had to hit, right? So we'll just right into the approval of the minutes for the 9/6/18
huge meeting?
Yeah, the speed meeting.
The only thing I
Wasn't
noticed on the
much.
draft was that it didn't indicate that the Finance Committee had approved or signed off on the personnel change forms.
Oh, we don't have to put that in there?
Oh,
That we approved it?
okay,
Yeah, no, we just have to put it in that it was talked about.
okay.
Yep. But I'll go in and change it if you want me to.
I guess it would make it more official if we did,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Just from the board point of view, in case we want to go back in
Yeah.
and do that, we could see it was on there.
Right.
Yeah, it shows that they were on there. It just
No, I
doesn't
mean
show whether,
approved.
if it was approved or not. No, I can go in and do that, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
It would just make it more official, I guess. That way we know the outcome of it, of what we talked about, I
Hey,
guess.
speaking about making it more official, since you segue, can you just put me down as the board liaison at
Yeah.
the meeting? Thanks.
All right. So to make that change, do we have to make a motion to make the change and approve the change, or how, we just approve the minutes with those change?
We can approve the minutes with that being a change.
Yeah. As amended, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I get a motion to accept the minutes amended to show that we approved the PCFs and the PRFs?
Motion.
Second?
Any more discussion? Unanimous? Any public comment? There's two here.
I'm only going to say, you should probably take a vote. You said unanimous, but you didn't really call for the
Oh,
vote.
all in
Oh,
favor?
I didn't call the vote?
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opposed? Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
I just, for the record, I don't want you to get caught on that. Somebody
Right.
says it was never voted on.
Okay. Gotcha. I have to remember that.
Something as little as that,
Yeah.
somebody may.
I'll get hung on something eventually. Trying to do my best.
That's what we're all here to help on. You know? Don't worry about it.
We have the reviewed department requests, but I don't believe there are any, as far as I know. Nothing's been emailed to me, or I know nothing about them. We have some PRFs and PCFs to look over. Any particular order you want to go in there, Jessica? Because you have them.
Yeah, I just have them, I have James and then Cassandra and then Roger Block.
Okay.
So the police officers and then Mike Workman's and then the highway department.
Okay.
But I can cut and paste, it's no problem.
Okay, so
Whatever order you go through.
so we'll look at these together, I guess, because one is an emergency going to part-time. This is an additional hire, as far as I can tell. They're going from auxiliary to part-time officer. It's completed the field training and passed the exam. I would have to say that, I don't have a problem with this. This is my opinion. It says that the hourly is going to vary due to part-time work. I don't know how that. Oh, okay, it's the annual that's going to vary. The hourly rate is $18.
So this is a new hire? Because he was auxiliary, but now he's being paid.
Correct. But I believe what happens is they won't just be putting him on as an extra because they'll only have so many
Previously budgeted number of hours.
Right, they'll still have only so many part-timers on at once. You're not just going to throw another
So he's
part-time guy on.
not, so he's not like part-time weekly, where he's going to have permanent hours part-time?
Good question.
Yeah. Normally what they do is they have a part-time so that he's on the payroll, so when they need a
They need,
part-time,
okay,
they bring it in.
that's what my question.
So it's an on-call
right.
part-time.
So he's an
Right.
on-call part-time, he's not part-time, permanent part-time.
Right. And
Okay.
the
Right.
chief has got to manage it within his budget.
Okay, okay.
Right, and this is, it is signed off by Vicky as well, so she apparently has the money there for
I
it. So.
need to tell you a story about this officer in East Hampton later on.
Yes.
I see this this morning.
I motion to approve the personnel change form for both the emergency and the part-time.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Votes. Now, Lawrence, he didn't sign up, unless we sign up on the other one. I guess this is the emergency one, that's the more official one being the part-time one, I guess, so. Thank
So
you.
which one was missing? The
The emergency does not have the PPVE. All right, second one. This one is for Cassandra Fliptree. She's completed the Mass Fire Academy training program and has achieved the National Firefighter 1/2 certification. Looks like there's an hourly increase from $15.30 to $16.80. I should have brought her water. It says it will not add to the budget. I'm assuming because they have other firefighters that they call in at different times as well, so. You know any more about this? You know any more about this? I think I'm.
If it's probably the same as.
It's
police.
just, yeah, it's the
an
same
on-call.
thing, right, it's an on-call.
thing.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah, he's got to manage it within his budget.
right. Motion?
Motion.
seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Look at this.
Sure, that one. Back to Art.
Actually, they kind of end up going back to them because after the select board approves them, Art's kind enough to,
He files them.
I give him the originals and he's supposed to go to them for filing. And he also makes 4 copies of each for me, so I've got one. One goes to Vicky, one goes to Jen, treasury collector, so that they know it's okay to pay, and then one goes to the department heads, so the department head knows they've been approved. So, yeah. So I'll just try to remember at the time that there's one he missed signing, because I don't know they were all approved.
So question, did you approve it pending Art signing it, or does it have to come back to you?
Doesn't
I
have to
don't
come
think,
back to
I
us.
don't think it has to come back to us.
Okay.
I don't think it matters in the order it's signed, does
Right.
it?
I don't think so.
Well, if it goes before the board tonight, we wouldn't sign it, for instance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that one we wouldn't sign unless we put
Right,
pending
because-
Art's signature.
Oh, yeah, that would be, yeah, because I don't
Right, I
think
can see
before it
that.
gets to us, I don't think it matters who signs it first. I think it's up to you guys whether
think you
you...
guys-
We look
official
for all
sign
you
off.
guys,
Yeah.
Right, and we're okay with it.
So you signed up?
We
Which
did,
one is it?
This one,
It's
back
okay.
here. This-
yeah. Right, we're okay with it, that's why we signed it off.
Yeah.
What's the
Okay.
It's the emergency
Very
one.
Well, I'm about to type.
original warrants?
All right, so the last one is a personal change form. This is a resignation separation. I know no more than that. This is for Roger Ball Senior, He's been there a long time.
He's retiring, he's like 30-something years.
Oh, he's retiring,
He's
okay.
retiring,
That's good to hear.
yeah.
Good to hear. Motion to accept his resignation.
Move to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous.
Hate to see him go, only been with us for that long, but, you know.
The only thing I couldn't find on that was what's his title?
Oh.
Oh, he is a foreman, I believe, because
Yes,
we
he
just
is.
talked about
Yeah.
that, yeah.
I don't see really any place to sign
Is
up.
Roger Ball Junior still there also?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is senior.
Oh, okay.
That's signed by anybody?
Art, sign this one.
Finance, probably, yeah, really, anybody signing this is good. It's a retirement. What if we voted no?
I know, right?
He's not
Yeah.
staying, yeah.
We're not letting you leave.
Oh, and just so you both know, I talked to Art the other day
Yeah.
because this stuff with having two different of these for emergency and part-time or temporary drives me nuts.
It drives me nuts too, because I
For
don't
the
see a
signatures and
point.
stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm going to try to look at, they're amendable to it, I'm going to look at amending the form so it actually has both
Do
on
both
it.
of them?
Yeah.
Both ones, so you can just, if they want both, they can check both, and it's just one form and one approval.
That would be
and one
nice.
signature.
I had asked that question when I first came aboard. I'm like, why do we have two forms that are basically identical, just with two different words at the top,
Yeah.
pretty much?
Sometimes you can have an emergency position, and that's
Right.
all it ever
That's
will
it,
be.
yeah.
Right, but I mean for the same person.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, why do we need two for the same person?
Because it's always been that way.
I know, exactly.
Check off both on the same form.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
if you
as long
can
as
get
the
it on
vote,
one,
you know,
that would be-
recognizes it, That's fine.
That'll save Chief Workman a lot of work.
Yeah.
Save everybody, I mean,
Well, he always does that because of the firemen, you know?
yeah, but, you know,
Fire
it's
people.
Yeah.
You've got,
Fireman, you can call them firemen until you have to legally change it.
yeah, you've got to list them both on the agendas and
Yeah,
all this stuff,
exactly.
so-
No, I agree.
It's time consuming.
One thing that, I guess, are there any reports? Are you officially sworn in as the policies procedure board liaison? Perfect, okay. And then there was still the open end on the Norris School Committee.
Yes.
I know you were on the fence.
I
Maybe
am
we
tapped
could
out.
share that position, okay. So
Yeah,
you're-
I'm absolutely, as it is, I'm pretty strapped during the evenings, and so, you know, to take on another one. So is she
Okay.
not ever gonna do anything?
I think she wants out as soon as she can.
Oh, she
So,
does.
I think so.
So we should.
I think she was just
mention it
helping
again.
out. Right, I think she was just helping out.
I thought last meeting or one before, she said, oh, it's very interesting, a lot more interesting than I thought. I got the impression, my impression that, oh, she was enjoying it, so she's staying on, but that may be a false impression.
Yeah, I got the different impression, but,
Do we know, I mean, because I can announce it at the board meeting, see if we can get some interest, but if I don't want,
well, currently there's no openings, so.
That's what I mean, so-
Without her officially saying
okay, so let's not.
anything, I don't
But
think I
there
would.
should be, we're supposed to have 5.
Well, Dan never
Correct.
resigned,
Yeah, you did?
not in writing, he didn't sign it.
It's,
It's not official.
That,
And
it
according
was
to
on
the
email, didn't
elections
count?
board-
It was only through
Yeah.
email, so it didn't count.
And according to the elections board, it's got to be signed, and Janine sent him a certified letter to get him to sign it, and he never picked it up at the post office.
Yeah. So, that's okay.
That seems like hijacking.
That's okay. We'll deal with it.
If she's not interested, I guess you'd have to ask her to resign
Yeah.
to create an opening, then we'd have to fill it.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Or she has to wait till May. It's May.
May. But is she not wanting to come to meetings?
Oh, no, I think she still will, but I think she's like one and done. She expressed that from the beginning.
Okay, so
So,
maybe ask her off camera and see what she wants to do.
right, we'll have a conversation.
Art said it was approved, he just must have missed signing it.
Okay.
Well, I figured since he signed the other one, he just forgot to sign that one.
Yeah.
Any liaison report from the PPB?
No, no, they
Nothing
had,
eventful.
I mean, they had a lot to say, but nothing that would, nothing that would come back to the finance committee.
Okay.
And I didn't go to the meeting at Hampshire Regional. I'm still waiting for the minutes, but they said there really wasn't anything that had to do with finance on there, so.
Okay. Okay. As far as the CPC went, we did meet, it's the first Wednesday of the month, and we did discuss there's a lot of loose ends that are out there right now where money has been approved and it just isn't being spent yet, whether for one reason or another, and they're trying to kickstart all those programs, because the money's been approved, good to go. One of them is, the doors at the town hall, but now there's something different, maybe a different plan happening there, we don't know yet. And, the roof at the Conant Pavilion is another one, so they're just kind of trying to get that all flowing again. So that was pretty much the main thing that would affect the finance committee, which it does, but it doesn't. So one other thing, part was kind of new business. This was brought to my attention from Ed. What this is, we don't have to act on this today, but Ed can speak on it, seeing how he's here. This is the law that they're proposing that changing the bylaw in town.
You want to grab it? I'm assuming you know what it says.
Yes, I do. And you know what it is, so.
The proposal is changing the bylaw in town so that if there's, in a nutshell, if there's somebody delinquent on taxes or owes the town money for some reason, right now, that person can be denied permitting or licenses for alcohol or whatever, whatever they would apply for, they can be denied after 12 months of being delinquent. And what they're looking to do now, the state allows us to change our bylaw. Am I on track still?
The original bylaw followed the state statute. The state statute said you had to be more than 12 months delinquent to be able to do this. The end of 2016, when the state approved the Municipal Modernization Act, one of the pieces that was in there was it allowed municipalities to either adopt a bylaw, or if you already had one, to amend it to a period that is shorter than greater than 12 months. I had brought that to the select board's attention. And they said, okay, why don't you go back to your finance team, which would also include the finance committee, the finance team of the accountant, the treasurer, and the collector, and the assessor, are in agreement with the Board of Selectmen. The Board of Selectmen thought going to a greater than 6-month period was a good compromise. It would shorten the period so it would improve our cash flow, give us a tool to hold over someone that's delinquent, but it would also not be so short that if someone had run into some hard times or whatever, it might still be reasonable. So they asked me to go to the people on the finance team and find out what their opinion was, bring the opinions back to the board so the board would know whether to go forward with recommending a change in the bylaw to the bylaw review committee. Then it would have to go to town meeting to be approved. But I believe it's a step in the correct direction.
Right, and I would agree
Me too.
as well. Like I said, so if anybody wants to sleep on this, we can, or we can just agree to recommend this to the select board tonight if we want to do that.
It's going to take care of builders who do it, or people who own establishments who owe money at one location and want to open up another one.
Yeah.
Right.
No, not saying who.
And it
but
happens.
Yeah?
But it has happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does happen.
Yeah, it's been actually utilized twice since I've been here, so.
At the
Both commercial.
At the 12-month, now
Yeah.
if you go to 6 months, it might even be more
Be more.
active.
Well, my thought is, and if I'm going to hypothetically, use a restaurant owes us back tax money and wants to open up another restaurant. If they get money to open up the other restaurant, then darn it, they have money to pay for their taxes.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Yep.
That's what we're hoping that'll take care of.
And then what was it that allowed us to go shorter than the state statute?
Well, actually, the new states, it actually would mimic the new state statute. It was the approval of the state of the Municipal Modernization Act of 2016.
I think we're going down, except for the...
Yeah.
Thank you, folks.
We'll be down
You guys are coming
Do you
down.
want me to just take these? Now for
Yeah, sure.
the board's signatures? Give them to you.
Okay.
They're not gonna move you all tags.
All right, so I would move to approve amending the bylaw so that the period is 6 months. The period in the article is 6 months instead of 12. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. A second. I think that's a great idea.
I think so too. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous, so we can mention that in my notes for tonight. Anything else we need to talk about?
I don't have anything else
Next meeting?
other than that.
Well, that's just what's next.
So I have it on 2 weeks from yesterday was October 1st, which still works for me.
That's fine with me.
Mondays are tough for me for the next 8 weeks. Is there any possibility we could make it the 2nd?
That's fine with me.
Yes, that should be okay.
Okay.
That's gonna fall right before the select board meeting again, though.
Yep,
Okay.
that's fine.
All right.
As long as we get our paper signed off on right away, so they can have them.
All right, it's gonna be 5:30 again.
Is Columbus Day weekend that following weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm like losing track of time here. It's going so fast, and
It really is.
my husband's going away that weekend, and I'm like, what the heck weekend is Columbus Day weekend? I had no clue which weekend it was.
All right, with that said, we have a motion to adjourn?
I move to
Or do we adjourn
No, we're gonna
after the
adjourn.
meeting down there?
That's what
Is it-
Francine said.
Yeah, if it's a joint meeting, if they're considering it a joint meeting, then yes, we don't adjourn. Once they're done talking about with us, then we
Yep.
could step out. We usually step out into the hallway and do the
Step in the hallway and
meeting.
adjourn. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
And what is it that they want us down there for? Just to see?
It's like a little State of the Union.
Okay.
Yeah.